Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I had to go live again. Breaking news. We have bought out Marcus Smart. Why is the chat not working? Well, now it is. Marcus Smart has been bought out and is reportedly headed to the freaking Lakers. Now, I streamed earlier today and I was talking about Marcus Smart a bit. The stream was predominantly about Jameer Watkins, who did his thing today. Final game of the Summer League. But now, Marcus Smart is gone. He's headed to the Lakers on a reported 2-year, $11 million deal. We have also waived Blake Wesley, as Greg Finberg here reported. And we are now down to our 15 standard NBA contracts. I got another report right here. Yeah, like the Wizards, we're nearing a buyout. Again, so it believes that the Lakers will be the strong favorites to sign Marcus Smart once he clears the waivers. And apparently, Luka Doncic played a big role in this. Apparently, Luka Doncic reached out to Marcus Smart and was like, "Hey, man, you want to freaking come over here to LA and get your thing?" And then, he's like, "Yeah, of course, whatever." My initial thoughts on this is that I'm not that surprised. I feel like I said this in a stream earlier. Marcus Smart is in a contract year for the last big payday of his career. This is his last big payday. He needs to ball out. Ideally, ball out in meaningful games, not in a rebuilding year. And also, we are rebuilding, and we're kind of jam-packed right now at the guard and wing, especially wings, even though Marcus Smart's a guard. But I feel like the reason this happened was because, it's the same reason why we kept on Kuzma. Wonder if that means Kispert has gone safe. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so, to be honest with you. But let me just continue on what I'm thinking. When Kyle Kuzma, this is my overall thinking of why we did this. Even though most of us, I feel like I myself would have been like, he would have been awesome for our young Bucks. He would have been great for Jameer Watkins, who freaking balled out today. He would have been great for him. But the thing is this. I'm correlating this to Kyle Kuzma a little bit. Not this move alone, but like the overall mindset with the new management. Will Dawkins and company, they want to build a culture around here in Wizards where players can from the outside look at it and be like, oh yeah, they got a good GM over there. They actually care about their players first. If y'all don't remember with the Kyle Kuzma trade, remember, we could have traded him to Dallas early on in the trade deadline. Kyle Kuzma said, no, I don't want to go to Dallas. Now, at that point, in my head, I was like, no, you signed a contract with us. You go wherever we tell you to. You didn't sign a no trade clause. But the reason why I felt like Will Dawkins didn't trade him was because he wants to ensure that the Wizards have an atmosphere where free agents or players around the league can be like, oh no, they over there, they care about the players. They listen to the players. It's players first over there. And I feel like even though I kind of I'm agree to disagree. I mean, of course you have to build that type of atmosphere, but there's a lot of reports when Kyle Kuzma first signed with us that Will Dawkins said and told him, we're gonna treat you right. We're gonna also if we're gonna trade you, we're gonna come and confirm with you first. With this move, it kind of seems like that too. Whereas ideally, it would have been nice to keep him. He would have been nice to raise our young Bucks and teach dudes like Jameer Watkins, Coulibaly more, Bob Carrington, stuff like that. All of our young dudes. But with the whole players first mentality, players first atmosphere that I feel like Will Dawkins is trying to conjure, here in DC, he's just like, no, the right thing to do is to buy him out. This is a dude who's 31 years old, I believe. Let me confirm that right now. Yeah, he's 31. The right thing to do is to buy him out. Let him join a contender. This is his contract year. And let him do his thing. That way he can tell other players around the league, no. The Wizards, they're not a joke of an organization. They actually care about their players. I feel like I'm not, even though, so Jack Fleming just stated, I wish we could have gotten something for him, but then again, we already have. That's true. Marcus Smart was a blessing in disguise. We got an 18th overall pick with him. That was supposed to be a low first round pick. We ended up getting an 18th overall pick. Like we did his thing. Now, I feel like what happened was we tested the markets of Marcus Smart. We saw the Kings were interested. The Kings moved on. I feel like the market spoke. The market spoke with Marcus Smart. The value wasn't there. The value wasn't there. And if it was, I don't think it was worth it enough for Will Dawkins to trade him to a place where Marcus Smart would have not have wanted to go. Now, this is just my thinking of what, like, I'm trying to put myself in Will Dawkins' head. Again, ideally, I would have liked to kept him, but I understand that there was a lot of things, a lot of more moves, I feel like, because, like, it would have been a logjam as well. If Marcus Smart was here, he would have taken up the backup point guard minutes, or even, we don't know. Dudes like A.J. Johnson want to play. Granted, A.J. Johnson's fully raw. I understand that he needs time. Yeah. Okay. Now this opens up more minutes for Trey Johnson. This opens up more minutes for maybe even Jameer Watkins. Champagnie. We have a lot of young Will Riley. We have a lot of young bucks. But, hey, man, while I'm like, we letting him go for nothing, we are at 15 right now, Showtime. 15. So, feels like his defensive mentorship could have been used for a little longer. We could have got something for him, but I guess they're trying to get rid of the house of guards that we have. I agree, dude. I agree. But to me, this just screams back to the Wizards want to do right by their players, especially the respected veterans. They tried doing that politically correct route with Kyle Kuzma because he rejected the trade to Dallas. And they promised Kyle Kuzma, no, we're going to take care of you if you resign with us. This is the same thing, I feel like, where Marcus Smart, they shopped him around. I feel like the market spoke, and they're just like, no. Don't worry, Marcus Smart. We're going to take care of you. We're going to buy you out. We're going to ensure that you go to the place you want to go. Make sure that, then we can create a good atmosphere here in DC as well. Like, players can, talk good stuff. But much love to Marcus Smart, man. Yeah, it kind of sucked. I mean, like last year with us, 9 points. Well, this is with overall. Well, yeah, he only played 15 games with us last year. 9 points in 18 minutes. Granted, he shot 44 and 39% from the three. Not bad. I mean, it's good, but granted, it's just 15 games. He had a poor season when, he is injury riddled with the Grizzlies. Since leaving the Celtics in 2022 and 2023, been pretty injury prone, honestly. Middleton's in the last year of his deal. But yeah, man, I wish we wish him well, but we move forward. We also let go of Blake Wesley. The guy one of the guys we acquired in the Spurs trade, the Kelly Olynyk. Now we're down to 15 standard contracts. Is Malachi Brown going to stay with us too? Is he? I kind of predicted if we were going to choose either between Blake or Malachi, I was like, we got to keep Malachi. I mean, if we had to choose, I think Malachi is still going to be buried within the depth chart. But Blake himself, I feel like we all kind of figured he was going to be the one, on the outs. But yeah, man. Let me see if there's anything else coming up right now. Nothing else pretty much. But Marcus Smart, man. It sucks to see him go. He would have been a great veteran for us, for the Young Bucks. But I do understand it. I heard Wesley was a defensive demon, but I guess we got enough of those. Jameer Watkins. I understand Jameer Watkins is in a two-way deal, but dude, I'm telling y'all right now, Jameer Watkins would not be surprised if he gets an in-season promotion, gets up to a standard contract. That's what I want to see, honestly. But regarding the veterans thing now we have McCollum, Middleton, Those are the primary veterans. And those veterans, those two, they're really good veterans, though. Oh, shit. I don't know. I hear thunder. But, you know, I still feel like we're in a great position in a veteran department. We have great veterans to lead our young bucks. Also, our young bucks also wired right. They're wired right. So I'm at the point where I'm just like, okay, well, we don't have freaking buffoons on the roster, you know, who we have to worry about, like Nick Young, like freaking JaVale McGee, Blatch, you know. Dudes like Johnson, Coulibaly, Sarr, all of them, they want to be great. Does Bagley count as a vet? Yeah, perhaps. He's 26 years old, but he's been in the league, since 2018? Thunder is coming down. Yes, that's right. And I'm about to go to freaking Bethesda. I'm about to get wrecked. Shit. I might have to cancel my Wapos reservation. Dylan Jones, too. Dylan Jones. But granted, I feel like Dylan Jones, yeah, they might want to see a thing or two about him, too, as well. He did his thing. I'm thinking about Jameer Watkins, man. Jameer Watkins, 11 stocks against the 76ers, strapped down, the third overall pick in freaking VJ Edgecombe. Granted, Jameer's 24, Edgecombe's like, who cares? I don't know why I brought that up. Who cares? Watkins' defense is already NBA ready. It's NBA ready. I want to see Jameer Watkins. Jameer Watkins is 24. What is he going to do in the G League? But please, 15 spots filled. Does that mean Corey's safe? I don't think Corey's safe. But I feel like Corey, like the two dudes right now in our roster is Corey and Malachi, where I'm just like, things could shake up with them as well. With Corey, it's going to be obviously a little bit harder because his deals, he still got a number of years left. I believe 3 more years and then a club option in his 4th year. Remember, Fax ready, Watkins ready to go. We got to get him. Yes, Watkins. I even though it's just summer league, that defense is already NBA ready. That defense is NBA ready. He shot 32% at Florida from 3. Get that a little bit higher. But still, defense is NBA ready. Like that defense. I don't want to jinx it, but holy hell. Even reminds me a little bit of Marcus Smart. Actually, I don't want to go that far. I know people comparing him already to Lou Dort. Granted, Lou Dort is 6'4" with a 6'8" wingspan. Jameer Watkins is 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He's a bit bigger. But, and Lou Dort shot 41% from the 3. So, but, man, Jameer Watkins looks like a menace on defense. That's true. With that defense, he can change. Yeah, yeah, that's true. But ideally, the goal is to be 3-and-D player. But even with that, Lockdown Law commented today on one of my videos, on my earlier stream, saying a great defensive player always gets minutes no matter what. He's right, or he's right. She's right. He, she. You never know. No, damn right. But in my head, I'm just like, if of course you want to be a 3-and-D, at least get the 35% from the 3. Shot 32% in college last year, but still. That defense, man. That defense. I believe 3.5 steals per game during the summer league. Jameer Watkins. Now, I don't think they saw Jameer play just the game that ended recently against the Knicks, and they're just like, oh, Marcus Smart now. He's expandable. No, I feel like this was a move in the making. Now, them seeing our rookie class so far do their thing in the summer league, maybe, but then again, it's summer league. But, they saw reassuring flashes from all 3 dudes. My main dude, I'm just like, well, Trey Johnson, I want to make sure, how can I say this? I want to make sure Trey gets those minutes from game 1. Because I wouldn't be surprised if McCollum starts over Trey. I mean, of course, it's going to be Bub and then McCollum. But I want to make sure Trey gets those minutes. I think Trey's already ready, too, as well. But anyways, man, I'm really bullish on this team. I love this team so far. The draft class, Jameer Watkins, man, I keep thinking, I just made a stream about him, so my mind's still been on this, but Do I think Trey will start? I don't know. I think he's definitely going to start by the end of the season. I don't know. I want to, of course, I want to say yes, but like McCollum's there. I think it might be Bub and McCollum. But I want Trey to get all the, like, as many. Like Beal didn't start. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't start the first couple of games. Like, but then as the season progressed, then yeah, he was upgraded. But like, if that's the case, then like if McCollum's the sixth man or the first guard off the bench, McCollum is gonna get still 25 to 30 minutes per game. I'd say even more, 27 to 30. So even if Trey does start, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have him on a short leash, and then as the season progresses, it's gonna go longer. Granted, predominantly not because of Trey, anything bad that he's doing. It's predominantly because of McCollum, a dude who averaged 20 plus points last year, a veteran presence, a guy who you want to be on the hardwood with all your young bucks out there to teach them as well on the hardwood. So, let me just check Twitter real quick to see if anything else changed. But hey, man, Marcus Smart, going back to him. Blake Wesley agreed to a buyout. Wesley, a strong perimeter defender, shot 37% on threes in the second half of the season last year and expects to land in a new role elsewhere. Dylan Jones, 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 of 13. Hey, man, we got Dylan Jones for at least one year. I'm sorry, it is for 1 year. First round pick last year from the OKC Thunder, who gave up 4 second-round picks to get him. Now they gave up a second round, like they gave up, more to get rid of him. But but yeah, man. Going back to Marcus Smart, man. It sucks. It sucks, but like it was the inevitable. I feel like that's how I'm gonna summarize this. This was the inevitable. Yeah, is that an Amber Alert? No, it's national. It's a flash flooding. I can't talk. Flash flood warning. Yeah, I just got that too. Until 8:30. The heck, boy? What's going on? Pretty shocked Smart is going, but okay. Feels like we have a shortage of point guards and excess of shooting guards. That's true. Yeah, I feel like they did right by Smart. Respected veteran around the league. And he's gonna. I'm intrigued by how he's gonna do with the Lakers. He's gonna be used. He's gonna get minutes there. In a team that is actually in playoff contention. But yeah, man, Smart, he got us the 18th overall pick. He got us the 18th. We paid him. We paid millions for that 18th overall pick. It wasn't the 18th overall pick when we traded for him. It was around, I believe, pick 27. We got lucky. We got the 18th pick with him. He played 15 games with us, second half of the season after the trade deadline. Hopefully some of that, his presence, like he taught Coulibaly something, maybe even Bub. You saw him with Poole, but granted Poole's no longer here. Hopefully that rubs off something. He taught them a thing or two. I would have liked to see him, be here for at least training camp, instill that defense mentality, have a couple of weeks of Jameer, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. He's gone. Wish him well. Now let's move on. I think that CJ Middleton's spots are up for grabs, and their minutes probably getting staggered. Seems like a dudes like Trey Whitmore could take advantage. Hopefully, man. This is a year of development. Man. I haven't been this excited for a Wizards season in so long. Yet we are going to be complete ass. And I like it. I remember rolling out rosters years ago when I'm just like, but we ain't doing shit with this roster. But now I feel like all of us are going to be tuned in and we're like, oh, wow, look at Cat Whitmore. Oh, wow, look at Will, maybe even Will Riley, AJ Johnson. Of course, the big dudes like Sarr, Carrington, freaking Keyshawn George. Keyshawn George. We have a lot of dudes to be like excited about. We have a lot of $110 million as of right now. Cap space could go even higher. We have the right veterans. I think Middleton's going to be here the entire season. I think his trade value is kind of cooked because, like, you know, Middleton, unfortunately, like, let me pull up his stats. But, like, Middleton, unfortunately, man, his games played over the years. Now, do I feel like he can help somebody, like a winning team? Yeah, but I don't think he's a starter anymore. He is 33, injury-riddled recently. Since 2021, 33 games in 2022, 55 games in 2023. 2023, he averaged 15.1 points. That's not the Middleton we know. Middleton we know gives you 18 to 20 a night. Last year, played in only 37 games, combined with the Bucks and us. He's trending downwards. He's had injuries early on. I mean, all throughout his career. 33 years old. You know, yeah. Real progress. I completely agree. His main thing is going to be as a mentor, championship experience. I'd say he's probably one of the best veterans in this league. I'd say so. You know, high character dude. You know, that's going to be his value. And that value is irreplaceable in a rebuilding team. You want to instill dudes who have done it before and surround them with young bucks who are hungry, which we have. Yeah, all day loco. Dudes who are just recently joining the stream. Ricky Daniel. Yeah, man. Watkins. I keep saying this. Watkins is a menace on defense. And now I'm not saying, like, granted, it's kind of coincidental. Like, this move comes out after the game ends, you know. And Watkins, you know, granted, offensively, he has room for improvement, obviously, especially for shooting-wise. But defensively, a menace. Let's promote Watkins. Watkins is in a two-way deal. For those who don't know, two-way deal. He can only play, as of right now, a maximum of 50 regular season games. Same with the Vooch, with Tristan Vukovic. Granted, they can always be promoted to a standard contract, and I feel like that's what we want. Let's see this dude. I want to see Watkins this year, man. 24 years old. We don't need to show him in the G League. What are we going to do that with G League for now? You know, now I'm at the point where I'm just like, man, it would have been nice for Smart. I'm going to say this one more time for those who just joined the stream. It would have been nice for Smart to, you know, spend a couple minutes, like a couple weeks with Jameer Watkins, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Was hoping Smart for a second-round pick at the trade deadline, but, you know, playing time, gold for this team right now. That is true. Had we done that, that means that a lot of young bucks on our roster would have not played as much in the first half of this upcoming year. So now this frees up, this secures more minutes for dudes, man. This secures more minutes for Trey Johnson, maybe even AJ Johnson. Dylan Jones, maybe. We know, obviously, we got the standard dudes: Kai, Bilal, Watkins, Sar, Riley, Bub. Like, we have the makings now. Let's just watch this upcoming year. Man, like I said, I'm super, super, super excited for this upcoming year, man. Surprised they didn't trade Kispert. Even more surprised that they couldn't find a buyer. Maybe they were saving him for the deadline, or they actually wanted to keep him. Red Wings, honestly, I feel like they're looking to trade him. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade him around for maybe training camp wise. Because Cam Whitmore, all those Corey Kispert minutes. Let me show you how many minutes I believe he played 26 minutes last year. Shit. Corey Kispert played, 26 minutes last year. Didn't start. 26 minutes off the bench. 26 minutes off the bench. Give those minutes to Cam Whitmore, please. Please. You think Cam wants to go from a situation where he wasn't getting any minutes at all to another situation where he's going to be, not playing as much? Yeah. Red Wings completely agree. I don't see it either. And it's not a knock on Corey at all. Much respect to him and his mustache. It's more of just like he doesn't fit our short-term goal, and our long-term goals. He's in a, he's not, because long-term wise, but even that, not, no, I don't see it, unfortunately. I don't see it. I feel like he can be more serviceable to another team, perhaps even the Blazers, hopefully. But, I just don't see it. I want Coulibaly to be my starting three. Ideally, 1, 2, and 3 is Bub, Trey, and Coulibaly. Now with Bub, we don't know if he's the future starting point guard. I definitely believe Bub's in the rotation. I love Bub, but this is a critical year for him, and also depending on where we land next year in the lottery, hope we're gonna keep it. But yeah, man. I want to see Cam. I want Cam to be like someone like the sixth man, or if that, like compete with Bilal. Make Bilal earn his minutes. Competition breeds greatness. I want competition everywhere. Coach. Fans. I want... we got to compete for our seats. And the funny thing, it's not even funny, but like all of the dudes on our roster are big competitors. So at the end of the day, I mean, they're going to take this to heart. But yeah, man, I'm ending this stream. I don't know if it's freaking still raining. I got a flash flood warning. But I got a freaking Guapo's reservation at 6:30. Oh shit. I'm going to get freaking swallowed up for a frozen chicken burrito. It's a good time to be it is. It's a great time to be a Wizards fan. Great time. Will Dawkins is cooking. And sooner or later, the DMV heads in this chat, Will Dawkins, once we start producing and winning, he will be in the same mold. This is my prediction. He will be in the same mold as Adam Peters. Because the one thing that AP has on Dawkins right now is that, well, he actually did it. He took the Commanders, he built a team. Granted, he drafted Jaden Daniels, had a good draft class last year, but the team went to the conference championship. He produced results already. Will Dawkins, he has all the makings. Granted, building a team in the NFL is different than building a team in the NBA, but he has all the makings right now of a stud team, of a stud team. Just to wait a little bit longer. I'm just saying, wait one more year. One more year. This is the last year, in my opinion, of us being asked and being in the lottery. After this, it's go time. It's go time. They already hinted that. I'm loving it. I'm going to end this stream, y'all. Stay safe to everybody. I don't even know if it's still raining. I'm freaking locked in my cave right now. I closed down my windows. I can't see shit. You know what I mean? My sneaky line out, Keyshawn at the PG train. I don't know. Maybe. No. I like Keyshawn being a secondary ball handler, though. I want him to continue developing on that aspect. Secondary ball handler in any lineup. Yeah, Luka wanted Marcus Smart. Luka reached out to Smart and was like, hey, come to LA. LA weather. LA baddies. Actually, I don't want to start saying. But like, you know what I mean? Like, but also like he has the like LA right now, like it's a good situation for Smart. It's a really good situation for Smart. And, I feel like Will Dawkins did him right. I feel like we shopped him. Didn't like any offers. Saw the Kings were interested. Will Dawkins was like, you know what? Let's do this veteran right. Let's do this respecting veteran right. We saw how they did that with Kyle Kuzma. They actually listened to him when he rejected the trade to Dallas. I don't know why. That I disagree with. But they're doing veterans right. They want to ensure to the dudes outside looking in to the Wizards, hey, Marcus Smart can tell dudes in LA, no. The Wizards are not a joke. That organization cares about their players. I bet you that's what Kyle Kuzma is saying too, even though he left on shady terms with us. McCollum coming here, if he leaves us, I'm pretty sure we're going to treat him fine and dandy this upcoming year with McCollum. If we trade him in the trade deadline, that's the thing. They want to change the perception of the Wizards. They want to change the perception. This is my overall, I think this is my conspiracy theory. I think this is what, they just want to change the perception. They want veterans to come here and be like, no. Like this is like the thing. I keep thinking about it. Zach Ertz with the Commanders. Zach Ertz, a tight end, played for the Eagles for a long time. Zach Ertz said multiple times in interviews when he joined us saying, oh, wow, throughout my entire career, I was thinking of the Commanders or / Redskins, and I was just like, damn, that organization is complete trash. Not even trash, but like it's toxic owners, toxic everything, toxic. But now that I get here, complete 360. He said it multiple times. Now that I'm here in DC, and the new ownership, new GM, new everything, I was dead wrong, and this is one of the best organizations that I've ever played for. And now he even re-signed with us. That's what they're trying to do with the veterans, I feel like. Now they're coming here. They're trying to switch it up. They're trying to switch it up. Change the perception. So that when dudes in the future, they'll be like, oh yeah, no, that's the old Wizards. The new Wizards, that's a healthy organization who treat their players right. Not like the Suns. The Suns organization reeks of toxic BS. We're building not only a great foundation with all of our young players, but we're building a great atmosphere for them to thrive in. With great veterans, great people within the building, great decision makers. I'm just so bullish on this team. Jameer freaking Watkins, remember his name. We talked so much about Trey Johnson early on, and rightfully so. Hasn't played. He's only played 2 games. Averaged, 19.5 points in the summer league? Did his job. Jameer Watkins. We need to talk about Jameer. I need to make more video. I'm going to make a video on Jameer Watkins. Will Riley. Showed flashes. Loving this team, man. Take care, everybody. I got to go. I got to eat this frozen chicken burrito. But yeah, man. Take care, everybody. If you enjoyed this stream, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. Go Wizards, man. Wish Marcus Smart nothing but the best of luck going forward. Do your thing, man. Do your thing in LA. We're going to do our thing here in DC.